Scroll down.
Hello and good morning.
Good morning, Milwaukee, and track 2.
It's great to see you. I'm October Revolution.
And I am Alligator. We
And
are
we
joined by BJ over as our producer this morning.
and we're here to bring to you the Dairyland Dolls B team playing the Killamazoo Derby Darlings Killa crew.
First time that these teams have met in their skating history, so very excited to see the matchup this morning. Both teams had bouts yesterday, so in full tournament style, multi-day event.
This time we're gonna read you a roster quickly. For Killamazoo, we have number 106 Malice in Wunderland, number 11 Lady Hawk, number 1019 Animal, number 1024 Zool, number 1287 Chris Gnarly, number 187 Cyanide Sweetie, number 2 One Hit Wanda, number 22 Princess Harming, number 2213 Hits and Giggles, number 3232 Ani DeSpanko, number 524 Luna Sheclips, number 5272 Mia Chokovich, number 7 Beetlejuice, number 726 Crash Test Donnie, number 97 Slack, and number 9021 Beverly Hills. Sorry.
And for the DD's B team, we have number 141 Hammer Abbey, number 1967 Jocelyn Hell, number 215 Booty Collins, number 218 Toast, number 25 is Tuna Fay, number 262 is Nat Splat, number 270 is Cyanide, number 273 is Crystal Ice. Number 3006 is Bonnie Oler. Number 32 is Dalek Doll. Number 48 is Micro Mauler. Number 617 Ginger Snap. 750 Whiskey Chaser. 7734 Hellwoods. Number 8 is Kentucky Fried Carnage. And number 84 is Eleanor Roosevelt with that star. The jam is off. Beetlejuice jamming for Killa Crew and Ginger Snap for the DDB team.
First lead jammer goes to the DDs.
And Ginger Snap with a pass around the inside. Flushing picking up 4 points and calling it off. Dee Dee's picking up first blood with 4 points.
Quickly go through the officials roster. We'll start with the skating officials. We have crew head referee Split Lickety, inside pack referee Johnny Zebra, 2 jammer refs, that's Born to Kill, and Ref Fury. Outside pack refs are Piratical, RDFM, and Code Adam, and the alternate is Alcoholic. Then I'll do the NSOs.
Jamming for Killa Crew this time around is Zool. And for the B team is Jocelyn Hell. Jocelyn Hell picking up lead jam status as Zool getting recycled back by Dalek Doll, the pivot for the DDs.
Five points for the Mad Rollin Dolls.
And Star Pass has been completed to the pivot of the Killa Crew. Now your new jammer, Beverly Hells. Beverly Hells and Hellwood. Yeah.
14 points now for Jocelyn Hell. And Jocelyn Hell. So many Hell.
Well, it used to be Jocelyn Hell Burnell. So the, no, he's a physicist, an astrophysicist or something.
That 5 points is going to bring Jocelyn Hell to 19 on the jam.
Killa Crew jammer getting driven back by Tuna Fay and Kentucky Fried Carnage as the DDs solidify into defense around them.
That's Animal headed to the penalty box from the Killa crew.
And that jam comes to its 2-minute end. Jocelyn Hell putting up a 34-point jam for the Dairyland Dolls B team. Killamazoo putting up 3 points on the board for themselves. That brings our score to 38 Dairyland Dolls, 3 for Killamazoo Kill Stars. Killa crew, thank you.
Killa crew.
Thank you. Correcting myself.
That's Hammer Abby jamming and lead jammer for the Dairyland Dolls up against Luna Sheclips for the Killa crew.
And Hammer Abby completing her pass through, picking up 4 points for the Dairyland Dolls and calling it off.
Going to go through the non-skating official roster quickly. We've got Jam Timer, Dragon Harass, Penalty Tracker, Apron, Penalty Wrangler, Sweetie Pie, Penalty Box Manager, Rec Support, Penalty Box Timers, Atom Smasher and Chunk, Lineup Trackers, Private Itchy and Sasquatch, Lineup Spotters, Aggie Battery, and Tuck and Roll, Scorekeepers, Roll Bar, and Fill in the Blank. And that is your NSO crew. Jamming now, we've got Eleanor Roosevelt for the Dairyland Dolls and Lady Hawk for the Killa crew.
Both jammers going up against brace 2 and 3 walls. Eleanor Roosevelt breaking through and breaking open up the front first. 1 to beat still, no pack call, and the lead jammer status going to Eleanor Roosevelt of the Dairyland Dolls. Destruction of pack penalty going to Kentucky Fried Carnage, sending her to the Rydell penalty box.
Only the second penalty of this game. You know, a birdie told me that it is Penalty Wrangler's Sweetie Pie's 300th game.
What?
300 games.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. I would clap on the mic if that wasn't like horrible.
Please don't clap in front of a microphone, but you can clap from the audience. So
clap. There you go.
There you go.
300 games. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
Congratulations, Sweetie Pie.
Nat Splat on the line for the Dairyland Dolls, and she slices through, picking up lead jam. Status. Brain. They haven't repeated yet.
It's a forearm penalty assessed to Beetlejuice, headed to the penalty box. This will be a all-about derby power jam for the Dairyland Dolls.
And Nat Splat smashes her way through that last blocker, picking up a 5-point roller con grand slam.
It's going to bring Nat Splat to 10 points on this jam. Beetlejuice back in the fray, trying to complete her initial pass.
And Nat able to use that distraction to slip through the pack, picking up another 4-point pass before calling it off, bringing that total score jam to 14 points for the Dairyland Dolls.
It's going to make the score 3 for Kalamazoo, 57 for the Dairyland Dolls. We got 23 minutes left in this half. Jamming now for the Dairyland Dolls, we've got Ginger Snap, lead jammer net. And for Killa crew, that is Luna Sheclips.
Luna Sheclips getting recycled back by Pivot Dalek Doll.
That's a back block assessed on Cyanide Sweetie Also hits and giggles in the penalty box for the Killa crew from a back block earlier in the jam.
Ginger Snap through again, another scoring pass. Ginger Snap had a hand injury earlier this season, so this is her first set of Dairyland Doll games back since that hand injury.
It's going to be a low block called on Ginger Snap, making this a power jam, an all about Derby power jam for Luna She Clips and the Killa crew.
And lucky for them, Hell Woods also picking up a penalty, sending her to the Rydell penalty box. So Killamazoo only looking at a pack of 3 Dairyland Dolls. Cutting penalty being assessed to blocker from the Killa crew, Beverly Hell, sending her to the Rydell penalty box. And that 2-minute jam comes to its natural conclusion with 23 points being put up by Ginger Snap for the DDB team.
Don't forget, you can head to Sun Kia Vietnamese restaurant for 15% off your entire bill, featuring banh mi sandwiches and pho noodles. Sun Kia is Milwaukee's source for the freshest Vietnamese cuisine. Show your BrewHaHa badge to receive this exclusive discount offer. Sun Kia is located at 222 West Wells Street. Now I want a banh mi.
Jocelyn Hell jamming for the DDB team, going up against Luna She Clips.
Jocelyn Hells picks up lead jammer for the Dairyland Dolls.
I apologize. That is not Luna She Clips jamming. That is going to be Animal. No,
it's Zool.
Not that either.
It's Zool, I believe.
Is it? Yeah, I think it is Zool.
Zool can be tricksy.
I mean, I wish I could say I am Zool, but she is Zool. They are Zool.
It's she. I checked yesterday. It's good. I did not check the bells because we didn't have rosters.
Star Pass has been completed and handed off to the pivot of the Killa crew. Now your jammer, Cyanide Sweetie, making our way through the pack, getting caught up on Kentucky Fried Carnage and recycled back into the fray.
Chris Gnarly just took a seat in the Rydell penalty box for an out of play penalty. And that's going to be Princess Harming, also headed to the box on an out of play penalty for the Killa crew.
The direction of gameplay being assessed to Cyanide of the DD, sending her to the Rydell penalty box. So much fun. It's a party in there this morning.
Literally push with your hands.
Mm-hmm. Booty Collins and Micro Mauler containing up front. And that jam comes to an end. Jocelyn Hell putting up 25 points for the Dairyland Dolls as they break the century mark. Score 105 Dairyland Dolls, 3 for Killamazoo.
Timeout called by the Killa crew. Good time to remind you that the Pilot Falcon plates are now available in colors. 6 color options with 16-degree truck action that is the perfect mix of agility, stability, and colorfulness. Check them out at the Atom booth or at www.atomskates.com.
Also want to let you know that you should go get your photos taken at the BrewHaHa photo booth. You can use the hashtag BrewHaHa2017 and also look them up and pull them from the Facebook group on the BrewHaHa's page. Go find a friend, make a new friend, get your photos taken.
And don't forget to hashtag any photos you put on the interwebs this weekend with hashtag BrewHaHa2017. And check out the hashtag for other people's pretty photos.
Hammer Abbey jamming for the Dairyland Dolls B team. 2 to beat up front. Multiplayer block being assessed to someone. Hammer Abbey picking up lead jam status for the Dairyland Dolls.
Jammer for the Killa crew is Lady Hawk. That is Animal headed to the penalty box on that multiplayer block.
Sorry. Big hit by Slack on the outside line there. And the destruction of the pack or penalty going to someone from the Killa crew.
Probably Princess Harming. Sure.
Killa crew starting with 2 in the penalty box. Their jammer Beetlejuice on the line going up against Eleanor Roosevelt. Everyone going down there.
Back block being called on Beetlejuice headed to the penalty box. It's going to make this a all about Derby power jam for the Dairyland Dolls. Only 2 Killa crew blockers remaining on the track at the moment.
Cyanide Sweetie trying to take a swipe there at Bruzy while she entered the pack. The Dairyland Dolls keeping them separated. Penalty being picked up by the DD's pivot. Micro Muller sending her to the right L penalty box. Beetlejuice slicing through that back wall of Dairyland Dolls.
Cut penalty called on Beetlejuice. She's headed back to the right out penalty box. This is going to be another all about Derby power jam for Eleanor Roosevelt and the Dairyland Dolls.
Oh, big hit taking down Eleanor Roosevelt on the corner. She gets up and re-engages with that defensive wall.
Great hit there by Chris Gnarly, able to slow down Eleanor Roosevelt.
And that jam comes to an end. Eleanor Roosevelt putting up 24 points, and Beetlejuice putting up 3 for Killa crew. Every time I say Killa crew, I'm not sure if it's right. I know.
Online for the Dairyland Dolls, that is Nat Splat. Jamming for the Killa crew is Beetlejuice.
And Nat Splat is your lead jammer on the inside line.
All the blockers are on the track. Nat Splat able to get an assist from the Dolls. Picks up 5 points on that pass.
And
I'm talking to myself.
Beetlejuice with a star pass to her pivot Slack, who is your new jammer. No, it's going to be Zool. I can't read the difference between B's and P's. Multiplayer block being assessed to the pivot for the DDs. That's Dalekdoll. And a stop block now being assessed to Bonnie Riot as the DDs bleed players to the Rydell penalty box.
Four points scored by Zool on that pass. That's Beetlejuice headed to the box on a out of play block.
Formerly known as your jammer. Nice hit and drawback by Slack, but she is denied that by Dalekdoll. And as that jam is whistled to an end, 22 points are put up by Netsplat for the Dairyland Dolls, and 8 put up between Beetlejuice and Zool.
Lining up now to jam for the Dairyland Dolls. It's going to be Ginger Snap. For the Killa crew, that is Luna Sheclips. And only one skater right now in the Rydell penalty box.
Big hit from Kentucky Fried Carnage and the drawback from Micro Mauler. And Ginger Snap goes in for the hit on the backwards facing blocker, but unfortunately takes herself down in the process. Multiplayer blocks being whistled and assessed, and Ginger Snap through for another 5-point RollerCon Grand Slam.
That multiplayer block went to Crash Test Donnie, taking a seat for the Killa crew. Able to take a step through on the inside line. Ginger Snap picks up another 5 points to bring her jam total to 20.
Killa crew has completed a star pass to their pivot. Now your new jammer, Cyanide Sweetie.
Ginger Snap up to 25 on the jam.
Blocking out of bounds penalty going to Luna Sheclips, sending her to the Rydell penalty box. If you are in Milwaukee this afternoon, which I'm assuming you are because you can hear the sound of my voice, you should head to Pita Brothers for exciting Mediterranean and American flavor combinations. Receive 25% off your order when you show your badge or ticket stub. Located near the Marquette University campus, Pita Brothers is located at 1614 West Wisconsin Avenue.
Jocelyn Held jamming for the Dairyland Dolls. Took a second to make sure she was still in bounds. Picks up lead jammer for them. Lady Hawk is the jammer for the Killa crew. Lady Hawk able to get out super quick, hold the Dairyland Dolls to one scoring pass on that jam. Shout out to Rydell Skates, proud sponsor of the Midwest BrewHaHa. Visit the Rydell booth to try on the all-new Solaris. The Rydell Solaris, the performance you demand, the comfort you've been missing.
Hammer Abbey on the line for the Dairyland Dolls. B team lining up against Zool for the Killa crew.
The lead jammer goes to Hammer Abbey from the Dairyland Dolls. 5 points scored for Hammer Abbey.
Track cut being assessed to blocker from Killa Crew. That is Chris Gnarly, sending her to the right L penalty box.
Zool's got one to beat. That's a Micro Mauler. She gets through and is now scoring eligible. One point for Zool and the Killa Crew. 18 for Hammer Abbey. Gonna bring the score now to 16 for the Killa Crew and 208 for the Dairyland Dolls.
Eleanor Roosevelt on the line for the Dairyland Dolls. Lady Hawk for the Killa Crew.
That's lead jammer for the Dairyland Dolls.
Direction of gameplay being assessed to one of the blockers for the Killa Crew. That is...
Slack and I are wearing the same pants.
I have those pants at home too. I should have worn too.
We all could be wearing the same pants.
Penalty going to the pivot for the Dairyland Dolls, Dalek Doll.
Lady Hawk gets clear of the pack. Means that Eleanor Roosevelt calls it off. It's going to be 10 points for the Dairyland Dolls on that jam. And ask your doctor about the company that is taking physical therapy to a higher level. ATI Physical Therapy. Get there. I mean, if you need it.
Don't we all? I mean, we're at a roller derby tournament.
Yeah.
We're either sitting all day or we're skating all day. So, you know, go see a physical therapist.
Always.
Good for your body. Nat Splat on the line, quickly picking up lead jam for the Dairyland Dolls. Killa Crew jammer, Luna she clips.
Big pileup coming out of turn 2.
Great defense from the Dairyland Dolls blocking crew, made up of Crystal Ice, Dalek Doll, Hell Woods, and Kentucky Fried Carnage. And KFC, unfortunately, picking up a direction of gameplay penalty, sending her to the right L penalty box.
Completed star pass now by the Killa Crew. New jammer is going to be Beverly Hells. Track cut picked up by Beverly Hells. Going to send her to the right L penalty box and make this an all-about derby power jam for the Dairyland Dolls. Beautiful hit there by Cyanide Sweetie, recycling the Dolls jammer.
And one to beat, Nat Splat picking up another 5-point RollerCon Grand Slam. And as that jam comes to an end, 24 points being put up by Nat Splat and the Dairyland Dolls B team. That's going to carry over.
And it's time for an official timeout, which means it is time for me to tell you about RollerCon. Yeah, I know. There's no derby event like it. I'm going to go out there and say there's no event like it, period.
I think that's a fair assessment.
There's 8 full-time tracks, every sponsor, over 100 coaches, seminars, workshops, social events, 24-hour pool, and the year's biggest parties with thousands of your new and old best friends. It's Roller Derby Island in Las Vegas every summer. RollerCon 2017 is July 26th to 30th. You can find out about it at rollercon.com. If you've never been, you should do it once, at least once. You should probably do it always.
Yeah, put that on your bucket list.
I mean, if thousands of people go to Las Vegas, the desert, in the middle of July to roller skate, it must be something very special.
It's got something for everyone. And bank track. Oh, it's so fun. It's so fast and pretty. Bank track.
I've never actually seen bank track or been to RollerCon. Maybe this year I'll go just for Saturday, Sunday.
I think
that one will be good.
That OTO was brought to you by Sorting Out Penalties. Ginger Snap on the line for the Dairyland Dolls and Beverly Hells. Starting now from the penalty box. No pass, no penalty. Assessed to Ginger Snap. Lead jam status still up for grabs.
Four points scored by Ginger Snap.
And the star has been passed on the side of the Killa crew to the pivot. That is Zool, who is your new jammer. And this is, for your viewing pleasure, a 2-minute jam. That was my Norb impression.
You have good echo.
2-minute.
Zool's able to pick up 4 points at the front of the pack, as opposed to the back of the pack, where you wouldn't.
Maybe a magical ghost point. You could pick up all 4 at the back of the pack.
Yeah, but they wouldn't tell you until you got to the front of the pack, so I don't know why I said that.
Well, yeah, no.
It's the morning.
What's the front of the pack? What's the back of the pack? It's all relative. Whistles being whistled, cuts being assessed to the jammer for the Dairyland Dolls, and a penalty to Booty Collins. They're sending them to the right L penalty box. That's going to make it an all-about derby power jam in favor of Killa Crew, but unfortunately now a forearm sending Zool to the right L penalty box. One will sit down, another will sit down, one will stand up, another will stand up. They'll both return to the track, and we will continue on with this 2-minute jam.
Ginger Snap from the box, through the pack, 5 points.
Whistle, whistle, whistles, and we have an official review being called by the Killa Crew. Thank you.
You're welcome. There's just lots of words.
Official.
Just thought I'd let you know that you can grab a game of any BrewHaHa team from this weekend. For $10, you can order a game on DVD at the Bruisers merch booth, and your DVD will be mailed within the month. So if you want to review your footage, it's only $10 to buy that DVD. Make sure you do it before you leave.
Did you already hit this one?
I just hit the new one. Yeah.
Yep.
I just read it. I know.
Also, make sure to visit our friends at Persephone's Treasures in the annex upstairs for all of your shirt and other printing needs behind the vendor village. Last year, they put a fantastic patch on a bag for me that they designed like on the spot. So pretty.
They make everything glitter. Well, not if you don't want it to glitter. But if you want it to glitter, they'll make anything glitter. It's the best. They're the best.
They gotcha. If you want glitter, you want some rainbows, Go to Persephone's Treasures.
They'll take care of you. They'll make all of your things look awesome. Are you guys causing trouble over there? Did y'all causing trouble over there?
Already this punchy on a Sunday morning, huh?
We're like Sunday night punchy. No. Did you know that you shouldn't stuff your skates in a bag? You should show them off with a Brews skate sling. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, or at brewssn.com.
And that official review was Killa Crew challenging the forearm on the white jammer and challenging that there was no pack at the time that was assessed. In fact, there was. They did not retain that official review, and they did lose it for the half. Good usage, though.
And the jammer is Jocelyn Hell for the Dairyland Dolls out off the line and lead for the team in blue.
And a star pass reach attempt, but it is thwarted by Dalek Doll and Crystal Ice. Zool almost threw like a low block, sending Crystal Ice to the Rydell penalty box.
Yeah. Star pass completed by the Killa Crew. Princess Harming is the jammer for them now.
First time with the star for Princess. Or Harming, whichever way she goes by.
Killa Crew doing a great job with these star passes today, able to get them off cleanly, legally, quickly. All things you want out of a star pass.
Yeah, star pass is not easy. They're like, oh, you just hand this thing to your friend? Oh, well, it seems fine. Nah, gotta practice that.
Forearm penalty called on Crystal Ice. Second trip to the box for this jam.
And that jam is whistled to an end, and it brings us to halftime. 27 points put up on that last jam for the Dairyland Dolls. 4 for the Killa Crew, picked up by Princess Harming, bringing our score at the end here. Killa Crew 29, Dairyland Dolls 286. We will see you back here in just under 10 minutes. Welcome back to track 2 here on day 2 of hashtag BrewHaHa 2017. We are about to start the second half of the DD's B team versus the Killamazoo Derby Darlings Killa crew. First half, DD's putting up points. Jocelyn Hell with the most with 94. Ginger Snap following with 74. Killa crew high score is Zool with 18 points so far. Penalty trouble, no one in that much trouble. Beetlejuice, though, sitting on 5 for the Killa crew. No one else over about 2 or 3.
I don't have anything to say.
I know.
Laughing into microphones is something I do best.
That 5 seconds means we are about to start. Ginger Snap on the line for the Dairyland Dolls and Slack on the jam line for the Killa crew. Lead jammer status picked up by Ginger Snap.
One to beat first. Slack up against Micro Mauler in the front. Micro Mauler now joined by Bonnie Riot. Slack able to get through, completes her initial pass.
And Ginger picking up 9 points on that and calling it off.
Jamming now for the Killa crew, that's going to be Zool. Jamming for the Dairyland Dolls, that's going to be Jocelyn Hill.
Jocelyn Hell with the run up the inside line, picking up lead jam status. Zool with 1 to beat. Tuna Fey, but picking up a back block. Sending her to the right L penalty box. Jocelyn Hell with the turnaround backwards, picking up 4 points for calling it off.
Zool has over 60% of the Killa crew's points to her credit and was able to cause only 4 points to be scored against the Killa crew in that last jam.
Putting the pressure on the other team and minimizing points is the name of the game. Well, actually, the name of the game is roller derby, but
well, you know.
Yeah, no.
Jamming for the Dairyland Dolls is going to be Hammer Abby. For the Killa crew, that's Lady Hawk. Hammer Abby out first. Lead jammer for the Dairyland Dolls.
And Lady Hawk breaking the pack on her initial as well.
Quick 4 points for Hammer Abby, calls it off.
And again, nice job by the Killa crew freeing their jammer and putting the pressure on the Dairyland Dolls and holding them to only 1 pass.
Lots of large scoring large scoring jams in the first half. So far, not as many in the second half. So good locker room adjustments. Jamming now for the Dairyland Dolls, it's going to be Eleanor Roosevelt. Jamming for the Killa crew, that is a Beetlejuice. Lead jammer goes to Eleanor Roosevelt.
Bruzy with 1 to beat. That is Slack. And she is through for a 5-point RollerCon Grand Slam. Star Pass has been completed to the pivot for the Killa crew. Slack is your new lead jammer.
Dark Doll knocking slack to the inside, recycling her. Big hit and recycle by Tuna Fey. Killa Crew doing a rotating diamond of doom in the front, able to hold back the Dairyland Dolls jammer.
Back block being assessed to the jammer for the Killa Crew. Slack sending her to the penalty box, the Rydell penalty box, making it an all-about Derby power jam for Eleanor Roosevelt. Four more points put up by Bruzy on that last pass, making it a 19-point jam in favor of the Dairyland Dolls.
It's all my fault. They do all the skating on the track.
If you didn't show up, they wouldn't have done it.
That's true. Sunday morning. Jamming now for the Dairyland Dolls. That's Nat Splat. Slack is still in the box for the Killa Crew. Nat Splat's lead jammer. Just got a penalty.
Multiplayer block being assessed to Hell Woods of the Dairyland Dolls, sending her to the penalty box, the Rydell penalty box. And one last hit on the outside by Bonnie Riot, recycling Slack all the way back to Apex 1. Nice footwork by Slack on that inside line, freeing her on her initial. I always get worried that if I call out that someone is struggling through on their initial or gotten through on their initial, that it's going to be something coaching. I'm like, I feel like it is. It's a nice reminder for the audience to be like.
I usually wait until after somebody is already engaged in song.
Everybody should know at that point what a jammer is.
Yeah. Except for maybe the other jammer.
I think that might just be me being a little overly aware because of my previous team and maybe but
Ginger Snap jamming for the Dairyland Dolls going to be against Lunish Eclipse from the Killa Crew. Lunish Eclipse headed to the penalty box, making this an all-about Derby power jam. That was a cut by Lunish Eclipse.
And then a forearm sending Crash Test Donnie also to the Rydell penalty box. Beautiful offensive sweep by the Dairyland Dolls, able to spring Ginger Snap and getting her through for 5-point RollerCon Grand Slam. Star has been passed on the side of the Killa Crew to their pivot, Princess Harming. Now your new jammer.
That's one of those things. They know, but usually I wait until it's clear, everybody knows. Clockwise block assessed on Hell Woods. She's going to take a seat in the penalty box, the Rydell penalty box.
And that is going to be a track cut penalty assessed to Ginger Snap's jammer for the Dairyland Doll, sending her to the Rydell penalty box. Switch of fates, as now the Killa Crew is in an all-about Derby power jam.
This will be a 2-minute jam, although there's not 2 minutes left.
Direction of gameplay assessed to Slyanide. Blocker for the Dairyland Doll, sending her to the Rydell penalty box at the end of that jam. The Killa Crew going to start on an all-about Derby Power Jam. On this next jam, they are fielding Lady Hawk on the line.
Get it. So your first one, do it. Hold her. Damn it, hold her. Lead jammer goes to Lady Hawk from the Killa crew.
Run along, sweetie. Don't call it off.
And Lady Hawk trying to sneak in and score points. Unfortunately, does not pick up any while trying to prevent the Dairyland Dolls from scoring.
What's the first 0-0 jam on this game? What's the first 0-0 jam on this game?
No, yeah.
That was the first 0-0 jam in this game. Fun facts for the morning. Jammer is Jocelyn Hell. She is lead for the Dairyland Dolls. For the Killa crew, that is Zool. Fighting up at the front of the pack. Now the back of the pack. Five points for Jocelyn Hell and the Dairyland Dolls.
And Star Pass has been handed off to the pivot for the Killa crew. Now your jammer is Hits and Giggles.
Both jammers scoring eligible and inside the pack.
Alright, lose the engagement zone.
'And a spinning move from Jocelyn Hell, getting her through for another 5-point Roller Con Grand Slam.
Four points for Hit and Giggles from the Killa crew. 29-4.
And that breaks their 7-jam scoring drought in the second half. Brought to you by now the Jammer 2213 Hits and Giggles. Now I know where it's going back.
This review called by the Killa crew. So we'll take a minute to review things officially. Do you want to go to RollerCon this year? Because we've been saying it over and over again, and now you do. We got you. Visit the Brew City merch table to enter for free tickets to RollerCon. So go enter a drawing for free tickets to RollerCon.
It's not cheap to go to RollerCon, so man, that free ticket goes a long way.
Yeah. It's cheap if you drink like 20-ounce Bud Lights with lime from the ABC store.
True, but really in the long run, is it cheaper to make those choices? Or will you pay for it later?
Well, you always pay for it later. Doesn't matter what you...
Choices. Moderation in moderation.
That's not what RollerCon is all about.
No, it's not. It's about Roller Derby Island. Ooh.
Are you ready to win the jam with your bank and hip check all
Yeah.
those fees? Check out www.joinecu.com and find out how being a member owner of the Educators Credit Union can help you make sure you're on the right track to take the bout and achieve your financial goals. I always think of those together because being here is not the opposite of that.
There's so much glitter on you.
Wait until the jam starts. She said. Okay. I usually wait till the jam starts to make sure everyone was told. One time I didn't, and then the bench coach started up. And anyway, I think they were just doing it. So.
That official review called by the Killa crew. They were asking for an out of play penalty to be called that was not assessed, and their official review for the second half will not be retained. Hammer Abbey on the line for the Dairyland Dolls, and Luna Shiclips for Killa crew.
Hammer Abbey picking up a forearm. This is going to be a an all-about derby power jam for the Killa crew. No, what are you doing? No, don't. She doesn't really understand. They changed that rule, right? I never know anymore. You used to be able to pick a jar and you can get lead, but now I think you can. You just don't have to pass it.
I don't think you can. I think you figured out you can't do it. I'm almost positive. Dairyland Dolls defense just stymieing the jammer for the Killa crew. Now past the star to the pivot slack.
It's going to make this a 2-minute jam. Terrible idea. Four points scored by Hammer Abbey.
And that is going to be a track cut assessed to the jammer for the Killa crew. Slack sending her to the right Dell penalty box. That is going to make the rest of this jam an all-about derby power jam in favor of the Dairyland Dolls.
Big hit made up front by Cyanide Sweetie on Hammer Abbey. We'll slow her down a little, get them some time.
And that 2-minute jam comes to its natural conclusion. Hammer Abbey putting up 19 points on that jam. 2 points being tacked on to the Killamazoo total.
All About Derby is a skater owned and operated by Laura Lulu Bye Baby Shevnock of the Bath City Roller Girls. $5 flat rate shipping for most online orders and at allaboutderby.com, or visit our brick and mortar location in Lapeer, Michigan. Referees always receive 20% discount, and you can follow us on Instagram and the Facebook. These reads are too long. I need to give that.
Eleanor Bruzevel, unfortunately, taking a little spill as she's approaching the back of the back. Gets back up, calling it off. D9 points. Nat Splat on the line for the Dairyland Dolls, lining up against Beetlejuice.
Don't forget to visit the free BrewHaHa photo booth in the merch area. Find your photos on our Facebook page.
Ooh, big hit. Nat Splat connecting with Cyanide Sweetie and taken down. But she recycles back up and is your lead jammer.
Beetlejuice fights her way out of the pack.
track call assessed at the very end of that jam. We are going to see who goes and sits down. That looks like it's gonna be a blocker for the Killa crew. That is gonna be number 726, Crash Test Donnie.
Lining up the jam now for the Killa crew. That is Zool. For the Dairyland Dolls, it's going to be Zool is lead jammer for the Killa crew.
Second lead jam of the half for Killa crew.
That's the second lead jam of the half for Killa crew. The jammer for the Dairyland Dolls is Ginger Snap.
They score out of 4 points.
2 points.
And denying points to the Dairyland Dolls.
You should run along at this point. I mean, it's B teams, but still.
Yeah, for like any sort of point ranking, just experience, yeah. Agree. Luna Chic Lips on the jam line for the Killa crew. Jocelyn Hell for the Dairyland Dolls.
Last line of defense at the front. Cyanide, sweetie.
Big pile up at the end there, bringing Jocelyn Hell down. Slow to get up, but it does look like a direction of gameplay being assessed at the end to one of the blockers from Killa crew.
Looks like it was an out of play given to Chris Gnarly at the end of that jam.
Thank you. And now we're back on. Hammer Abby, big hit and shrug off at the back there from Hits and Giggles, picking up lead jam quickly.
Hits and Giggles is the only Killa crew blocker on the track right now. It's a lonely, lonely position to be in.
At least she knows where the pack is all the time. And timeout being called by the Killa crew's bench. Our friends Dr. Eric Peifel of the Orthopedic Institute of Wisconsin and Mosh wish you a safe BrewHaHa. We are here for all of your injuries on and off the track. Should go visit them over in the PT area if you need their assistance, or if you just, want to chat with them about bodies and orthopedic stuff. They're fantastic.
We're done this. I think we just need to hit this one more time. This one more time, probably. Grab a game of any BrewHaHa team for $10. You can order a game on DVD at the Bruisers merch booth, and your DVD will be mailed within the month. So if you like to do footage review, and we know you do, and you should, because studying is the best for the best people.
Smart derby players watch footage.
You can pick that up at the merch booth. And remember, you can also enter to win free RollerCon tickets there too. So really, you should visit the Brew City merch table.
Lovely hop around the inside line. Eleanor Roosevelt picking up lead jam status. Forearm being assessed to the pivot for the Killa crew. That is Animal. Animal. She got
2 points for the Killa crew. 9 points for the Dairyland Dolls. Going to be 39 now for the Killa crew. 4:26 for the Dolls. 10 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game.
Nat Splat on the line for the Dairyland Dolls. And we have Zool on the line for the Killa crew.
Next spot finds a hole on the inside lead jammer for the Dairyland Dolls.
Nat Splat getting through, calling it off as Zool had finished her initial pass and was approaching on her scoring pass.
Now lining up to jam for the Dairyland Dolls is going to be Ginger Snap. Lined up for the Killa crew, that is Luna Eclipse. Lead jammer picked up by Ginger Snap from the Dairyland Dolls. Malice in Wonderland taking a seat for a direction of play penalty during that pass.
Star has been passed off to the pivot. Now your jammer is going to be Lady Hawk.
I have like an intense desire to sing Nighthawks at the diner every time I say her name.
Or that, or like, just do like a skull, which is actually Hawk, not even.
I agree with you because I love Raptor. It's going to be 5 points for Ginger Snaps. 4 points for Lady Hawk.
And after hearing the emphatic calling it off from her bench, she does. That is 22 points going to Ginger Snap. 4 points being put up by Luna Eclipse of the Killa crew.
Jamming now for the Killa crew. That's going to be Zool. For the Dairyland Dolls, that is Jocelyn Hell, who's lead jammer. Out of play. Way out of play. Speaking of Roller Derby Island. God, why are we on broadcast? Back block assessed to Jocelyn Hell. This is going to be an all-about Derby power jam as she takes a seat in the Rydell penalty box.
And a 2-minute jam for your viewing and skating pleasure.
We need like a theme song for the 2-minute jam. Like 2-minute jam.
A 2-minute jam.
There we go.
Na, 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 na. Here's that song of a cat track cut. Dun, 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 dun.
No, 2-minute jams are the worst.
And Jocelyn Hell back on the track after serving her penalty.
Jammer for the Killa crew now is Animal.
Forearm being assessed to number 97 Slack of the Killa crew, sending her to the Rydell penalty box. And that 2-minute jam comes to an end. 19 points being put up by Jocelyn Hell for the Dairyland Dolls.
Lining up now for the Dairyland Dolls, that's going to be Hammer Abby. And lining up to jam for the Killa crew, that is Beetlejuice. Lead goes to Hammer Abby.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, go.
And Hammer threw for 4 points, calling it off to 9 points to the Killa crew, though they did spring their jammer, Beetlejuice, so putting the pressure on for points. Good move on their point, on their side. Hammer Abby was the top scoring jammer for the B team, so anytime you can keep her to 4 points or a single scoring pass, that is a win.
Jimmy now for the Killa crew, that is Lady Hawk. And for the Dairyland Dolls, it's going to be Eleanor Roosevelt. Great work up front by Beverly House, slowing down Eleanor Roosevelt, but she's able to get by and pick up lead jammer for the Dairyland Dolls. Strong pack right now for the Killa crew, including Mellison Wonderland, Hits and Giggles, Beverly Hills, and Slack.
Slack was either picked up for 5th or 6th.
It's probably her 5th. No, because we're in 37 now. Slack taking a seat for a forearm penalty. Pitch review called by the Dairyland Dolls. Want to celebrate your big win with a drink? Head to the 42 Lounge for great drink specials. Get a PBR, Miller Lite, or High Life with a shot of Tullamore Dew for $5 and $1 off specialty cocktails all weekend for anyone who shows their ticket stub or badge. 42 Lounge is located at 326 East Mason Street. And don't pretend like you don't want a PBR and a Tullamore Dew.
Don't you dare.
I totally do right now.
Don't you dare lie to me.
It's a great place to spend your morning, afternoon, or evening.
Any time of day. It's true.
We can read these how much they're unlimited, so you can read them as much as you want. So I figured we don't have a lot to do. So.
Coming up on this track number 2 at noon, we have the Killamazoo A team, the Killamazoo going up against the Capital City. That is happening at noon. And then over on track 1 at 1 o'clock, Providence A team taking on the DuPage Derby Dames. So we are barely, not even halfway through day 2 of BrewHaHa 2017. Hashtag BrewHaHa 2017. Next jam is on. Nat Splat is your jammer for the Dairyland Dolls, picking up lead jam status, jamming against Lunash Eclipse.
That official review was a question of points. Dairyland Dolls thought that their jammer should have picked up 4 points. The officiating crew determined that she did not pass the foremost blocker before the first 4th whistle. So, nope, 3 points. They do not retain their official review.
Wah, wah, wah. Lunash Eclipse almost free of the pack, but then getting reabsorbed by the Dairyland Dolls defense as Nat Splat comes around, picking up a 5-point RollerCon Grand Slam.
Zool pushing Natsplat all the way to the outside. Natsplat hops out of bounds, realizes it just in time.
Thanks so much, new rule set. Thanks.
Just in time.
Nice defensive work from Killa Crew, recycling and containing Nat Splat for that period of time. Star pass on the side of the Killa Crew to their pivot. Now jammer, Princess Harming.
Princess Harmon pushing up front against Micro. Mahler able to get by, is clear of her initial pass. Cyanide Sweetie heading to the Rydell penalty box for
a something.
For a something.
Nat Splat making another 5-point scoring pass, bringing her total to 19 points for that jam.
That penalty for Cyanide Sweetie was a out of play block.
Ginger Snap on the jam line for the Dairyland Dolls for possibly this last jam of the game. I mean, knock on wood, I'm not going to make any promises. And that is going to be a forearm sending Ginger Snap to the Rydell penalty box, giving this all about Derby Power Jam to the Killa Crew. Zool with the star for the Killa Crew.
Zool gets lead jammer for the Killa Crew.
Part of the game where I can't see the game anymore.
The Killa Crew going on offense. One to beat up front. That is Kentucky Fried Carnage with the recycled back. Zool working her way on a scoring pass.
Beetlejuice and Cyanide Sweetie given the what for to Ginger Snap at the front, slows her down a little bit, but doesn't keep her from completing her initial pass. Clockwise block now given to Beetlejuice. We've also got a cut called on Zool. This is going to be a 2-minute jam.
So if you were hoping for more roller derby, you're welcome. You got 2 full minutes of it this last jam.
Apex hop, 4 or 5 more points.
And Ginger Snap trying one last little straightaway apex jump at the end, putting up 19 points, 4 points being put up by Zool at the end. We are going to wait for the official final. I think we know.
And the final score is 47 for the Killamazoo Derby Darlings Killa Crew and 521 for the Mad Rollin Dolls.
Dairyland Dolls B team.
So many D's.
So many names. We're so special.
Put your hands together for the Dairyland Dolls.
And for the Killamazoo Derby Darlings Killa Crew, starting off track 2 here at BrewHaHa 2017.
Remember, at noon, you can watch the What can you watch? At noon, you can watch the Killamazoo A-Team play Capital City. So don't go far.
And stick around. Yep, we still have a lot of Derby for the rest of the day. I am Alligator.
I'm October Revolution.
Have a lovely afternoon, and we'll see you later.
Bye.